Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the webinar presentation with Pro Towels, etc., featuring the signature towel. Before we get started here, let me introduce myself. My name is Aaron Gunderson, Director of Business Development with Pro Towels, etc., and we're here to talk about the signature towel today. In 11 years with Pro Towels, etc., the signature towel, the signature printing option, is by far one of those things that have just taken off. Every year, supplier companies, we are consistently and trying to find and figure out things that are new and interesting that can separate us from other suppliers. And this is actually a case study, a decorating technique that we came across, and so we've just marketed it. We've continued to sell it and talk about it and share it, and so my hope is that there's at least one thing in the presentation today that stands out to you and will help you in either selling the signature towel itself or other towels in general. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive right in here, and we're going to start out talking about the story, how it all started. The original order was for a high school graduating senior class. They were looking to order 660 t-shirts with their school logo and signatures. Now, if any of you have ever decorated shirts in the past or had shirts decorated in the past, you could probably imagine that it'd be very difficult to get 660 signatures on the back of a t-shirt. You might could get them all on there, but they won't be legible. So that was what the challenge became with the distributor. Our sales rep, Scott Harris, just happened to be at the right place at the right time. You know how those things happen sometimes. And literally threw out the question, well, hey, have you ever thought about putting that on a beach towel? And the answer was no. And we get that a lot. The towel category is a small category, and towels are typically an afterthought if they're even thought of at all. So, the answer was no, I hadn't thought about putting it on the beach towel. So Scott, being aggressive as he is, said, well, hey, let's throw together some virtuals. Give me the signatures. Give me the artwork. Let's do a layout, and let's see if we can make this thing work. And literally, that's what happened. We took the signatures, we took the artwork, and basically laid them out on the beach towel. Now, the large imprint area on a beach towel obviously provides a great platform in order to put all 660 of these signatures along with the school logo, and to the point to where they're legible, where people can look at the towel and actually see their name on there and be like, cool, that's my name, or, oh, cool, that's my child's name. And that's literally the response that we have gotten from this over the years. On this particular order, the first order was 660 beach towels, which you figured $10 to the end user. That's a very nice PO for both you and for me. In addition, the school thought it was such a great idea and what was going on, they ordered an additional 40 towels. Some of them, we actually put grommets in the top of them, and they hung around the school as banners to promote not only the signature towel, but the graduating class that year. In addition to that, a follow-up with the Booster Club had ordered 200 towels to go basically door by door to sell, and from what I was told, they were sold out in 2 days. So what started out as a 660-piece purchase order for these beach towels, or really for a t-shirt, ended up 900 beach towels for this high school graduating class. That is the original story. That's how everything got started. And from there, we like to talk about the selling features. I always like to touch on the selling features of the signature towel. First and foremost, these are very simple. You can write them down if you like. One size fits all. Obviously, the distributor was pleased with not having to deal with the sizing on this order because that beach towel is just a one-size-fits-all solution. So that for him, for that distributor, it was just like icing on the cake to make this whole project work. Your second selling feature, or bullet point, if you will, is what we call logo size. And that's where you really get the feel of just how large and how big the imprint is on a beach towel. On a beach towel, our standard print is 25 inches by 50 inches. I would probably argue that in the majority of the items that you sell, that's probably much larger than what you're used to dealing with, 25 inches by 50 inches. And you can see from the image here on the screen, the young lady holding up the Cascades Rapids swim towel. And this was an actual order we had done for a high school swim team as well. That was a great, great piece, a great order that we had done. But from her holding up that towel, I mean, you get a feel for just how large that imprint is. I like to think of towels as being walking billboards. So your logo size, that bullet point number 2. And your third bullet point, what we call durability, simply ask yourself, when was the last time you threw a towel away? And if you really sit back, you're honest with yourself, and you think about, okay, when was the last time I threw a towel away? It's probably been a while, if ever. And especially thinking about the signature towel, all those kids that receive that, those students that receive those towels, do you honestly think they're ever going to throw that towel away? They're not going to get rid of that towel. They're going to hold on to that towel for a lifetime. There may be a chance someday that their kids, their children, are using that towel. So again, you have an item that literally is going to last for decades. So you have one size fits all, so it fits everybody. It's a walking billboard, and nobody ever throws a towel away. Those are probably your 3 strongest selling features of the signature towel, but also towels in general. So those are definitely 3 bullet points that you want to have in your arsenal when you're going and you're working with your clients on selling towels. The next thing that comes up is, how do you collect the signatures? And it's interesting because we travel all over the country, and I carry the signature towel with me anywhere I go. It's a part of my arsenal because it's a conversation piece. People, whether I'm doing a presentation somewhere and I have it as a backdrop, or if I'm at a meeting and I just have it rolled up and or laid out on a table, whatnot, people just gravitate to it, and they touch it and they feel it, and they say, "Wow, how'd you get all those signatures on there?" And did people have to really lay down on the floor and just sign each towel one by one? And that's the impression, that's the feeling that you get from the towel. But the towel is actually, all the signatures are silk screened on the towel, just like the imprint is. So we've put together some bullet points that will help you in how do I submit the signatures. And it helps to simplify it a little bit. Your first bullet point on there, the name should be signed with a black Sharpie marker only on 8.5 by 11 white copy paper. So a black Sharpie marker and 8.5 by 11 copy paper. Just copy paper right out of your fax machine or out of your printer is all you need. You want to provide as many names on one sheet as you can in a random fashion, and you want it to be sporadic, like they're signing a yearbook. And you want to make sure that the names are not touching. Now, depending on the signatures, you may get anywhere from 15 to 20 signatures per sheet of paper, okay? So if, just for example, if you have a 200-piece order, or you're collecting 200 signatures, and you can get 20 signatures on a sheet of paper, you're going to end up providing us with 10 sheets of paper, okay? That's simply how it works. The signed sheets, once you have the signatures collected, you can submit those electronically, which is how we receive about 80% of them, or you can actually send the hard copy. So if you have a much larger order, if you have, say, a 600, 500, 600, 700 piece order, and that many signatures, you may just want to drop those in UPS and send them to us. We'll have them in a day or two. Once we receive the signed sheets that you've sent in, our production art staff, they take care of the rest. At that point, they'll take your artwork, they'll take the product you want, and they'll take all the signatures, and they'll make it all fit. They'll size the artwork appropriately. They'll they'll scan in and tile all the signatures so they fit within the imprint area of whatever product that you choose. That's the nice thing about it, is that you don't have to deal with that piece of it. That's probably the most, as far as getting the towels ready to print, that's the most time-consuming part by far, is getting all that ready. So once the art department gets all that ready, they will send you an email proof that looks just like the towel we looked at on the last screen, where the signatures are on there, they're in the imprint area, and your logos or whatever other verbiage you have on that towel is all laid out nicely around it. The signature printing option is available on most imprinted items, so just about any item that we can imprint, which would certainly include beach towels, golf towels, fitness and workout towels, of course any kind of sport towel, even blankets. We see many signature orders on our sweatshirt blankets, and you can even go into our fleece blankets utilizing the signature printing option. Now, when you're pricing out the signature towel, the first thing that you want to do is you want to determine the imprinted item that you want. So you find the product first. You're going to reference your imprinted price and your setup charge for that item. And that's it. That's the only charges that you have for that item. You got to think about it like this. Those signatures, once our art department gets them all scanned in, they're actually a part of that artwork, just like your client's logo is. So if you have a navy blue logo and you want all your signatures in navy blue printed on the towel, that is very simply a one-color imprint, and that's about as simple as it gets. Okay, so you find the item you want, and then you determine the imprinted price and the setup charge for that item. We do have, and I'm going to highlight this at the bottom just so it doesn't get missed, but we do have a flat $40 art charge on the order. And basically what that charge does, it helps to cover the cost of the art department taking all the sheets of paper, scanning everything in, clipping, tiling, and getting everything to fit nice and organized in order for it to be printed. That doesn't even cover all of our costs. It's very time-consuming. This process is actually very time-consuming for the art department, which is ironic considering it's one of our fastest-growing types of imprints that we're doing. That's typically the way it goes. Whatever's hot or whatever's selling is always a strain on somebody, and it certainly is in the art department. But that $40 flat art charge is just for the order itself, and just helps to offset some of the costs there. Now the next page here, I have about a half dozen different examples of signature towels, other signature towels that we've done in the past. Probably one of the neatest things for me working out of our South Carolina facility is from time to time I get to spend time down in the art department or out in the plant where I actually get a chance to see some of these different types of signature orders coming in. Now all the towels that you see on the screen, all 6 of these are all high school towels. These are all, senior graduating class towels. But I wanted to show you and give you some different concepts of what other schools or other people have done. And I'm going to point out my favorite here. Obviously, this is what we call the graffiti towel. The seniors graffiti towel. This is by far one of my favorite. And what the distributor and what the end users did here on this towel, they literally took a sheet of paper, large sheet of paper, and it basically advised the senior class. They said, look, gave them an option to create their own towel, to create their own artwork to be printed on the towel, and that's what they did. So you've got a lot of very personal and uniqueness that goes into this towel as it was created by those folks who are actually graduating. So not only are there signatures in there and their names, which it's kind of hard to see here on the screen, but if you look close, if you had a towel in front of you, you'd be able to see everybody's name on it. But they have nicknames, they have a little saying or a verbiage or a little piece of artwork that's incorporated right into the towel. And to me, that's probably one of the coolest signature towels that I've seen. Just the ability to get creative with it. And that's something I always like to stress when talking and selling and trying to promote towels is a towel, especially a white beach towel, is a blank canvas for you to do whatever you choose to with it, for your client to get as creative as they want. So here you have an opportunity to express some of that creativity, and that was probably one of my favorites. So the but again, with the towel up here in the top right-hand corner, the class of 2011 Tigers, I like how they included some verbiage. They included the pause up there in the corner, just to create something a little different. Now the next page of examples here are signature towels that are not necessarily geared towards education or that high school graduation class. The first one there at the top left, the royal blue towel, is actually for a corporate company. And I like what they've done here. They rather than going with a white towel and a blue imprint, they went with a blue towel and a Prolucent, which is one of our tone-on-tone imprints, on the towel. And so it gives it a little bit more of a classic look to it, a little bit more of a higher-end professional look to it. And again, just something different that you can do with the signature towels. The towel right below that, the Ohio State towel, was for an alumni group. Again, obviously it doesn't have to stop with high school graduation. You can, as far as the education is concerned, you can start from kindergarten, even daycares, and move all the way up through college. So there's a lot of different opportunity in that range to sell and promote the signature towels to. The bottom left, the KRZ, was a radio station that had all their DJs sign the towel. They handed it out as a promotion, which again I think is another great example of utilizing the signature towel. And then up in the top right-hand corner, make a friend, make a difference. So you've got a group of friends basically come together and symbolizing that friendship on the towel. And of course, like we talked before, the towel is going to be a piece that they're never going to get rid of. Now the next towel, that safety first, this is actually one that I've been talking about in the field for some time, promoting the fact that, hey, even with the signature towel, you could have, thinking about corporate companies, thinking about manufacturing facilities, you could have signature towels that are geared around safety, health, and wellness programs. You could have one, maybe if a company or a plant was recently ISO certified or going up for a recertification of ISO, lean manufacturing. There's so many initiatives that take place within a corporation and within a manufacturing environment that a signature towel would make a lot of sense and you could have fun with. And again, getting everybody's signature on there, basically making a commitment to safety. So that's, and then I ran across this towel literally a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, as it was running in the plant. So that Safety First, BCRC Incorporated. So I was pretty excited to see that because I'd been talking about it in the field, so it's kind of neat to actually see one being printed. And then at the bottom, those two rally towels, again, that Goodrich towel is a lean manufacturing training towel that they had done. And then the Go Seniors, of course, is a Jackson Christian School senior group. So again, just trying to throw out some different examples and some different ideas to be able to utilize and sell and promote the signature towel. Now, of course, we have marketing materials and marketing tools available to you to help you sell the signature towel. And first and foremost is the electronic sales flyer, which I'll be emailing all of you a copy of this afternoon. That flyer on the front side, excuse me, on the front side, it tells a little bit of the story as well as gives you the bullet points on how to collect the signatures. The back side does have 4 different products and pricing as examples to be able to use and sell as a signature towel. Of course, the flyer is end-user friendly, and so again, you can just turn around and send it to your clients, or even use it in a sales presentation with your client. You could print it out and walk in. So I'll send all of you that this afternoon. Samples are plentiful and available in our sample department. We have samples of beach towels, we have samples of rally towels, we have samples of fitness towels and sweatshirt blankets that you can get your hands on, that you can order. That kit that you see there is actually one of each. So it's the rally towel, the fitness towel, the blanket, and the beach towel all in one. It's a real nice kit if you're going to go out and start showing and promoting the signature towels with your clients. And then from a more social perspective, we have some marketing materials that will allow you to push the information out to your clients a little bit faster, a little bit more efficient. The first one is a Zoom catalog, this is our master catalog that you see here on the screen, created by Zoom Catalog. And Zoom Catalog is an electronic catalog that, of course, can be emailed and shared. What's different about ours is that it includes video-embedded videos from Video Farm TV. We were actually the first supplier company in the industry to have and promote this combination of Zoom Catalog and Video Farm TV embedded videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you here. Let me flip over to the page where the signature towels are. Okay, page 6 and 7 in our catalog, you have the signature spread. All right, so this is something you can definitely share with your client. And you see here in the middle of the screen, the video says Video Farm TV, play video. So if I click on this video,
the Pro Towel Signature Collection is the one-size-fits-all solution perfect for any team, club, or graduating class. Create a unique keepsake by combining handwritten signatures with your group's logo. With this decorative idea, you can fit up to...
So I'm not going to play the whole video, but I think you get the idea. The genius behind Video Farm TV, one is obviously the quality of the video. It's very high quality, great production is done on it, as well as the fact that the video embedded in the catalog, this catalog can literally be emailed instantaneously. So you don't have to worry about the streaming and things like that you sometimes have to deal with, especially when you're watching YouTube videos and whatnot. So you can very simply hit the share button, put in your email address, your friend's email address, or your customer's email address, drop them a note, hey, check out page 6 and 7 in this catalog, click on the play video button, and I think this signature towel would be great for your school. I'll give you a call this afternoon. We'll discuss samples and whatnot. So this is a real nice, easy, efficient way you can push this information out in a quality manner to your client to try to promote and sell the signature towel, as well as any other products that we have in the catalog, of course. In addition to the Video Farm TV and the Zoom catalog, Post Helpers, which is a promotional product Facebook application that we utilize. Suppliers utilize this to be able to post different types of promotions, case studies, informational pieces, and so forth. And I'm just going to kind of scroll through here, and you can see just some of the different promotions and pieces that we have on here. Closeouts, some product information. But right here, we're actually running a special right now on our signature towels, back to school special, and I can very, very simply hit the share button. I have an option to share through LinkedIn, or I can post it to my Facebook profile. Yes, I do. And then, of course, it has the text in there, or I could add something personal if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and hit post. And just like that, it is done. And that's as simple as it is to be able to push that information out to your customers in a very nice, soft touch, or post it to your page and hopefully let your customers be in contact with you. Last but not least, I cannot thank all of you enough for your time today. That is officially the end of our presentation, the amount of time that we had set aside for the day today. On the screen is a list of our inside sales contacts. So depending on what territory you're in, feel free to go ahead and write down, take note of who you can contact. Of course, I will be sending you all an update later on this afternoon, including the flyers and so forth.